When it comes to accomplishments, you really don't have an option. She's going to accomplish something with or without your help. It's best just to jump in there and do what she says, but Judi Whitson makes accomplishments happen.
Judy's very good at herding cats. And what that means for us is we farmers don't necessarily know exactly what we're doing when we get into the world of advocating for agriculture. And what she does is help keep us straight, organized, enthused, and involved.
Hey, Judi.
How's everybody?
She could charm the fleas off a blue-tick hound, which helps her a whole lot. In fact, she's so likable. But she has a political astute and a networking ability that you don't see in very many people. I don't think you can understate the fact that she came into a sort of a male-dominated area at a time when there were not very many women in positions of leadership, and she made that position her own.
Good afternoon, Farm Bureau.
Judi Whitson has served as the Hillsborough County Farm Bureau Executive Director for over 25 years, and today she continues to work tirelessly for Florida agriculture. Whether it's educating youth about where their food comes from or promoting the industry to decision makers, Judi has become one of Florida agriculture's leading spokespersons. Judi Whitson was born in Brooksville to Ada Ray Barnett Driggers and William J. Driggers Sr. Growing up, her father was in the U.S. Navy, so her family moved to different naval bases around the country. But during the summer months, Judi would visit her uncle's cattle ranch and citrus groves in Inverness. It was there that Judi developed her affection for agriculture.
I guess I always had a love for agriculture, and I just loved the lifestyle there. But I had no idea that I wanted to be involved in agriculture. I knew from an early age that I wanted to be a spokesperson for something, that I wanted to have a passion. But I didn't know what that was. I was raising kids and having a family and, you know, doing things that everybody does and working different places when I needed to work. And then when I found out about the position at Farm Bureau, I thought, okay, it's something different.
In 1991, as a working mother of two, Judi was hired as administrative assistant by the Hillsborough County Farm Bureau. There, Judi worked for the board of directors, taking minutes, working on financial statements, and managing general office tasks. As she grew more comfortable in her job, Judi was presented with a new challenge.
They gave me this book that said, these are the things that our county could be doing. These are the programs that some people are doing across the state. So I kept looking at that book and going through the book and trying to figure out, okay, where am I in this? Where do we need to be? And the thing that got me the most was the Ag in the Classroom programs.
In 1981, to help reverse a decline in agricultural literacy of America's students, the USDA created Ag in the Classroom, a program designed to cultivate an appreciation of the agriculture industry. Once Judi was on board, she immediately took a hands-on approach to ag education. Through Farm Bureau, she began visiting local classrooms and forming relationships with local agriculturalists, legislators, and community leaders. She developed an understanding of what needed to be done to improve agricultural education.
A parlor is where cows are milked.
In 1995, with the help of her peers, Judi began formulating the Ag Ventures program, an interactive agricultural experience geared toward Hillsborough County school students.
Kids today are so far removed from agriculture production, they don't know where their food comes from. With our Ag Ventures program, they come in the 3rd grade. We teach them where their food comes from. It's an important learning tool for teachers as well as those students, and Judi's a big part of bringing that to them.
Our program grew from that 125, we were doing 400 kids a year, to over 7,000 in a very short time. So the program just absolutely mushroomed, and every time somebody came up with an idea, it wasn't, can we do this? It was, why can't we do it? So we did.
If you were to visit the Ag Venture building You always see that smile on her face, that enthusiasm that she has. When a child walks into that building for the very first time and sees the activities that are laid out for them, and they can participate in those for the very first time, they see the love that she has for what she does.
It gets the kids thinking about what things are involved in agriculture that they don't think about.
In 2002, with assistance from educators in Exceptional Student Education, or ESE, Judi developed and co-wrote the curriculum for the Ag Abilities program, designed to teach ESE students the many facets of agriculture and prepare them for possible careers in the industry.
When kids go through the Ag Abilities program and they've earned it, they have learned that information, they have taken the test, they have passed their exam, they're getting this ribbon, and invariably they'll come up and hug you and tell us, this was the greatest day of my life, this is the most fun I've ever had. You know, and they're learning. They're learning something, they're learning trades, they're learning things that maybe they can take into the future with them, that maybe they can get a job someplace doing at some point. But just knowing that that was their best day ever, greatest feeling in the world, that we were able to do that for that child.
It's an incredible learning experience for the kids, and it does give them a sense of that they've accomplished something. And Judi, you know, Judi's worked with this, you know, she's gotten this going, and I think this is something that they could do in other cities, other counties, other states. It's just a phenomenal program.
And it speaks volumes about what kind of a person she is. She was hired to make the agricultural community really more productive, more profitable, to create wealth. That's the job description, but the reality is that she's making her corner of the world a nicer place.
You need to stay home for frost freeze protection, or it's going to warm right back. Judi Whitson, she's as comfortable walking the halls of Tallahassee and Washington, D.C. as she is reading Ag in the Classroom curriculum to Hillsborough County students. She's incredibly talented in the way that she can inspire people.
Well, thanks everyone for coming. We're having a meeting today on the Farm Night Barbecue.
Judi's reach goes beyond the classroom. She never loses her enthusiasm to help agriculturalists become better spokespeople for the industry that she loves.
I've known Judi since about 2002, and she was very helpful to me. I was a guy that was 50-ish, had never spoken in front of groups and people, didn't even understand what Farm Bureau did, and she just walked me through it and talked me through it and helped me learn to advocate for agriculture. She felt like that people like me were needed, and she spent time to nurture us so that we were able to pay back by advocating for agriculture.
Judi participates on countless boards, such as the Ag Hall of Fame, Ag Venture of Hillsborough County, Plant City Chamber of Commerce, and has formerly served on the 4-H Overall Advisory Committee and the Ag Institute of Florida.
Plants are living things.
Yet she still finds time to visit classrooms in elementary and middle schools all over the state.
So there's not too many things around that don't come from agriculture in some way. Anytime I can go in a classroom, it's very rewarding for me, because I feel like those third graders today are our voters of tomorrow, and the more I can help them understand, they learned something today, they're going to take it home to their parents. Their parents are the ones that are our consumers now. Those are the ones that are helping our farmers and ranchers today. Those kids are our future, but those parents are today.
Thank you, Miss Judi.
Thank y'all for letting me come and share with you today.
1, 2, 3.
All my friends and family and work and everybody knows on Tuesday night, I'm at rehearsal.
Despite a very busy schedule, Judi finds time to lend her voice to the Toast of Tampa Show Chorus, a local nonprofit group ranked 3rd in the world in Sweet Adeline's barbershop chorus competition.
We are a dynamic, energetic group of 120 plus, sometimes up to 150 women that are all on the mission for the same thing. We all want that sound. We all want that blending. And it's not just a blending of voices, it's a blending of friendships, and it's a blending of love for each other, and it's a blending of, in a lot of cases, families. I have done things with them that I never thought possible to do. And they have really widened my horizons and my goals for myself.
Well, so tell me what else she's doing.
With all her accomplishments, Judi's greatest joy is her family. Her son Brian is a park manager with the Florida Park Service, and daughter Shelley is a social worker with Pinellas County Schools.
Our jobs are very similar in what we do. It was a very eye-opening moment for me to see that not only am I doing what I love, and it's challenging and it's difficult and it's emotionally exhausting at times, it's rewarding. And that's exactly what she does. And I think the reason that it's all of those things is because we give it everything we have. We're very passionate about what we do. We're very concerned about the outcome. We're very concerned about our impact, and we take that seriously.
She carries a lot of passion with her wherever she goes, whatever she does. Once she gets involved with something, it's all or nothing. There's kind of no retreat, no surrender type attitude. And she's really good, I think, at linking people together as far as partnerships. Every time I'm out with her, she's always thinking of how do I make someone else's life easier or better. I don't think I would be where I am without making good, effective relationships, and I think I learned a lot of that from her.
Never stop learning is the biggest takeaway I could give to anybody.
Okay.
I learn something from somebody every day, and you can't ever stop that learning curve. And I've tried to instill that in my own children and my grandkids. You gotta find where your niche is. I didn't start here till after I had 4 other careers. I had had a career in real estate, I'd had a career in banking, I'd had worked at a truck line for 9 years. There were all these other things going on, and then I landed here and realized this is where my passion was. Sometimes it just takes us a while. You gotta give that to yourself. Don't ever stop learning.